Hello, everyone. Welcome. Ben Wulo Ikari is my name. And at this moment, I feel very obliged to speak on the issue of referendum that is ongoing in the Federal High Court of Abuja. This legal action, was instituted in 2021 by the coalition of northern groups. The group aimed to force the National Assembly to stop implementing or conducting its so-called constitutional review. So, the National Assembly happened to be the defendant in this suit. Likewise, the Attorney General of the Federation. This case was filed in 2021, as said earlier, and it's been ongoing. The Biafra group, which this lawsuit tended to target from the outset, has filed to join the suit. Of course, the suit was to, in addition to making the National Assembly stop its constitutional review, it wanted the court to determine who Nigerians truly are by way of allowing this referendum, which will allow the Biafrans and maybe whoever is willing, whichever ethnic group, to try to determine where they stand. I believe the initial target was the Biafran group, because it is the Biafran group that has been agitating of late, trying to pursue external self-determination, which means they wanted independence from Nigeria. So, the Biafra group has joined the suit. Unfortunately, the group decided to draw a map that included the Ijaws, included the Ogonis, included the Ibibio or Efik, and the Iboms and the rest of the people in then Eastern region, which the Igbos controlled and mismanaged before the Nigeria Biafra Civil War, which started in 1967 and ended in 1970, in the favor of the federal government. And so, the Ijaw nation also decided to join the suit. Ogonis are also joining the suit. The court adjourned the matter recently, I think last week, to January 27th, 2023. The Yorubas have also joined the suit, as I think, as reports have it. And so I believe the Northern group envisaged that, these groups, numerous groups in Nigeria, will decide to join the suit to try to determine whether, if referendum is granted, whether they would choose or decide to become part of Nigeria or not. This was supposed to be, I believe, a sort of internal referendum and not more of a national referendum. But if it ends up becoming a national referendum, then so be it. But the point is this: Biafra, which is of course the Igbos for the most part, they appear not to have learned anything. I mean, there are good, great Igbos out there, but those who are actually advocating Biafra seems not to have learned anything. They seem not to have learned anything from the 1950s, even when the eastern region under Ojukwu and his men um, decided not to accept or agree to the creation of states for the minorities who were in so-called minorities who were in the eastern region, and that included the Ogoni people, the Ijaws, the Efik, and the rest of them. And so they decided not to do that. That was what the federal government under Gowon, Yakubu Gowon, took advantage of. And when the disagreement, conflict, and war was looming, Gowon took advantage of the bid for state creation in that part of the country, and he was able to create River State, and then that helped divide divide the people of River State, and also divided the other people who were in that part of the country. So the Igbos have now learned, and it is obvious they've now learned, and so the issue of trust is a big problem in Nigeria. It is more so great with the Igbos in this respect, because if the Igbos have learned anything, especially the advocates of Biafra, then they would not sit down in their house. Maybe Mr. Nnamdi Kanu or and whoever just sit down in their house and just draw a map, spreading their hands and saying all of the other people that were part of the Eastern region, former Eastern region, are Biafrans, without consulting them, without seeking to know from them if this is what they wanted to do. So they have not learned. And this is a recipe for failure. Okay? This is a recipe for failure. You cannot be seeking self-determination and at the same time violating the rules or principles of self-determination. You don't force people to become part of you, part of your arrangement, without duly consulting them to determine whether they want to be part of you or not. Self-determination, as the name implies, is to self, is for you. It's a good thing. Individuals, deserve self-determination. Same as nations or ethnic nations, ethnic nationalities, and all of that. The higher frequency dictates and permits individual beings to dream and believe through work, hard work, that they will succeed within their own autonomy, and not depending on anyone or anything. Yet they can collaborate and also seek help where the need arises. The same thing that apply to individuals apply to ethnic nations, countries, entities such as corporations, and so on and so forth. We cannot fix our survival on dependency. We cannot do that as adults, as ethnic nations, as countries, as corporations. That's unfortunately what the Igbos are doing. Okay? They have determined that without Ogoni, which happened to be an ethnic nation of itself or of its own, and the Ijaw nation and the rest of them, that they cannot survive without these other people. So you've automatically defeated your own bid for self-determination. Okay? And so um, the Ijaws have joined the suit, as I said. The Ogonis have also joined the suit. And as I have been told, on January 27th, 2023, Ogonis will have the opportunity to make their case. It is obvious that Ogoni people are not Igbos. Ogoni people are not Biafrans. Ogoni people are not Ijaws. Ijaws are not Ogonis. Ijaws are not Igbos. Igbos are not Ijaws. Igbos are not Ibibios and the Iboms and so on and so forth. Igbos are not Yorubas. Yorubas are not Hausas. That is the nature of, the ethnicity in Nigeria. The different people are different. Some people in these different ethnic groups may learn the same language. May learn these different languages by way of friendship, by way of intermarriage and other interrelational experiences, but they are not the same people. So there's no way Biafra will one morning wake up and want to arrogate Ijaw, arrogate Ogoni, arrogate the rest of the people just because they were part of then Eastern region. That failed, of course, because they mismanaged it. And because of this same lack of proper consultation and respect, Biafra lost the war. Okay? So, self-determination is a good thing, but for Biafra to succeed, for any group to succeed, it must be that you are not forcing any other people, unwilling people to be part of you. Okay? It is obvious that the Ogoni people are the first set of people in Nigeria who went to the United Nations to establish a case of marginalization, of oppression, of economic strangulation, and all of that, of, massive environmental pollution, which led to, climate change and all of that, global warming, which is, threatening the world today. When Ken Saro-Wiwa was telling the world about it, what was happening in Ogoni, what Share was doing to the Ogoni environment in collaboration with the Nigerian government, which is, of course, controlled by the so-called three ethnic groups of Nigeria, the Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, and Igbos. Igbos are not minority in Nigeria. Igbos have 5 states. The Yorubas have 6 states. The Hausa Fulanis have 11 or 12 states. And so if the Igbos cannot use 5 of their states to, to develop themselves and live a better life and think having a country would work best for them, so be it. They have the right to do so. I have written before and say, Igbos, Biafra has right to secede from Nigeria if that's what the people want. But they must not violate the principle of self-determination by trying to force other people who don't want to be part of them to be part of them. That is the first recipe of failure. So I hope the Biafrans, I hope every other group in Nigeria will respect the rise of the different ethnic groups and not force any group that doesn't want to be part of whatever arrangement they have. If the need be and Nigeria happen to disintegrate, Ogoni would have no reason to join any other group but stand on its own. Ogoni, as it stands today, can take care of itself. What was taken from Ogoni on a daily basis or weekly and monthly basis in terms of crude oil and other things, covers what 20 out of 32 states of Nigeria contribute to the federal coffers. So Ogoni would not have any reason to kind of stand as appendage to the Igbos in Biafra or the Ijaw Nation or any other group. All right? So that is it. Let it be known. Let it be known. And I believe the Ogoni group, Ogoni lawyers that will present the Ogoni case in January would make that clear, very succinctly clear. Thank you very much. Ben Wulo Ikari is my name.